Knicks real talk, we on prime time. It's the night show. Where's the night flow? Where's the night glow? Knicks real talk, we on prime time facts. Cause this is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Knicks real talk, we on prime time. It's the night show. Where's the night flow? Where's the night glow? Knicks real talk, we on prime time facts. Cause this is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Knicks real talk. 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 It's the night show. Where's the night flow? Where's the night glow? Knicks real talk. We on prime time facts. Cause this is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Where's the night flow? Where's the night glow? Knicks real talk, we on prime time facts. Cause this is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Knicks real talk. Knicks real talk. Knicks real talk. Knicks real talk. Knicks family, what's going on? Knicks Real Talk. It's the night show. It's your man Divine, BX Jedi 76. We in the building tonight. Salute to everybody out there, man. Knicks fans all over. We're here tonight on a night off, talking New York Knicks, man. So we here, man. So we about to get into everything, man. But salute to everybody out there. Hope everybody doing well. Had a good day, man. At home at the residence, chilling. Relaxing, taking it easy, doing your thing, man. About to hang out with us tonight, man. So like I said, Knicks Real Talk, the night show. It's your man Divine, BX Jedi 76. So like I said, man, everybody doing well. You had a good day. You know the deal, man. COVID-19 still out there, man. Mask up, wash your hands, keep your distance, protect yourself, your friends, your loved ones, your neighbors, and let's get this thing popping, man. I want to bring my man, my one only other brother, BX Jedi 76. Jedi, what's going on tonight, brother? Salute.
Good evening. Salute, Divine. Salute to everyone out there in YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram Live. We appreciate you all here with us tonight. Real quick, let's get to it, baby. The New York Knicks defeat the defending champions 111-96. The New York Knicks were led by Julius Randle with a double-double with 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists, followed by Alfred Payton, who had dropped in with 20 points. Derrick Rose with 14 points of his own, clutch in the first quarter. Reggie Bullock with 12, Taj Gibson with the hustle and muscle with 8 points, 10 rebounds, and Nerlens Noel had some wonderful 6 points and 9 rebounds. The gritty committee, New York Knicks, they grinded out with that defense. So that was the key victory over the defending champions. Despite the Knicks shooting 18% from three-point land, they were 5 out of 27. And what was big key here, they hit 87% of their free throws. They were 22 out of 27. That was a big key on the offense. And they also had 15 offensive rebounds over the Lakers. We thought they were going to be out-rebound, but they team rebound, and they out-rebound the defending champions, folks. They capitalized on 24 Lakers turnover, and they held that defense to 33%, 12 out of 36, 43 from the field. They had a great third quarter. That defense allowed only 16 total quarter points in the third quarter, and they set the tone through the whole game. They dominated. Julius Randle was just way too much to handle for the Los Angeles Lakers, and he made his own team pay. That's what they had on his squad, and they made him pay. And I want to say salute to Tim Smith, 19 Combat New York, 84, and Dan A. What's up? I'm glad to see you here. And Divine, it's all yours. I want to hear your take on this.
Yeah, salute to everybody out there, man. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to Tim Smith, 19 man. Tim Smith, Dan. Yeah, salute to everybody out there, man. Yeah, what a gutsy, gritty New York City Gritty Committee, lunch pail, hard hat type of win yesterday, man. They was getting in there. I mean, like I said, if you cats ain't believers now, then I don't know what to tell you. New York Knicks is for real. If you're not a believer now, I don't know what to tell you. 28, 20, what, 27, 26, 28, 27. We doing our thing. Tom Thibodeau got the boys playing phenomenal defense in association. They are clamping jokers down. They gave the Los Angeles Lakers a clinic last night on defense. They gave them a clinic, and I mean, them cats were scrapping. Man, Todd Gibson, Noel, Bullock, and them. Even Randall was playing good D. RJ was holding it down. There was a real good defensive effort last night, man. And I tell you, man, if you ain't proud to be a Knicks fan after that game, you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you, man, because that's the type of basketball that we play in New York City. That's the type of basketball that you're supposed to be played. And they bringing that culture back to the forefront. I mean, so salute to the Knicks. Like I said, from a defense standpoint, I had to bring that up because that was what it was. And just to see Julius Randle, too hot to handle Julius Randle last night. He was too much for him, like you said. He was too much for them dudes. And so, that was great to see. And Burks, Noel holding that paint down. It was unbelievable. I mean, Todd Gibson, man, you talking about why experience is the best teachers and why you see, the way the Knicks are where they are. When I think that was Reggie Bullock went to the ground. Did you see that bench?
Everyone came to him. Yep.
Yeah, man. And that's the type of culture they setting down there. That's the atmosphere they playing with down there. It's like they all in this together, and it's showing, man, to be able to bounce back from a losing streak, to get back on a 3-game winning streak. And like Tom Thibodeau said, when you get knocked down, you get back up and go harder. And that's what they did, and I'm happy to see that. It was real nice to see, man. I got to give my hats off to our defense, like first and foremost. And then we're going to talk about the offense. Derrick Rose coming off the bench. And of course, the star of the night, the all-star itself, Julius Randle, 34. He was hitting it from everywhere, so he's like, listen, this is why y'all traded me to New Orleans. Let me let you know what y'all missing. And y'all ain't only missing LeBron and AD. Can you imagine if Julius Randle was playing with them dudes? You know what I mean? There'd be a lot to be the champion, but we got him though in New York, so that was good to see, man. Big up Julius Randle. The cat played hard last night. He shared the ball, and even though RJ had an off night, like I was telling you in the previous show we had, it's good to know that when one guy might not have a good game, the other guy going to have a good game. And that's good to have. So when Julius Randle not playing well, RJ can pick up the slack. When RJ not playing well, Julius Randle continues to pick up the slack. And, with the contribution from Derrick Rose and them guys, Alpha Payton, Wall Street, I'm going to call it out there for Man City for real, Alpha Wall Street. You know what I mean? Big up City for real. Alpha Wall Street came through for him last night, in 20 points. He was getting to the bucket on them cats, man, and he was abusing them in that paint. So that was good to see, man. So even though Dennis Schroeder might have had a good game, that got canceled because Alpha Payton had just as good as the game as he had. So and that was good, man. But that was a good win. We rebounded the ball well, shot the free throws like you said. And that was good to see. I just like the way this team is playing right now. They really coming together. They gelling, and they fighting hard and they going at it, man. So going down the stretch with these last 18, 17 games. I think the Knicks gonna be on to something, man, and if we can continue these ways, man, go down in New Orleans tomorrow against the Pelicans and try to eke out a win there. We haven't got the 4 wins in a row all year long, so this would be that time to get it. We can go into New Orleans tomorrow and with Zion against Zion and them guys and try to to make it happen. So and I think we will, man, and but it was a good all around win. BX, it was just good. They grinded it out, man. They went hard last night. I mean, from the beginning to end, them dudes was battling. I'm like, man, they were scrapping, blocking shots off the backboard. I'm like, okay, it looked like the '90s Knicks up in here last night. But I was glad to see that. I was glad to see that, man. So, like I said, I salute to that, man. It was good, BS, man. What you think about the rest of that game last night?
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder. He played with that injury, that tailbone injury. I got to give him. He battled out there. I guess he was doing an audition for the New York Knicks. There's a big report on the New York Post that they're interested in him in the offseason. But we could wait for that to come. We don't really need to see that. But he was, that was a good display. The guy was gutty. I tell you that much. The kid was real gutty. I could see him the way he moved around. If he was, he's a handful with a sore pelvis. But hey, we beat them. He played and he came into the Garden, but like we were talking earlier, it kind of was a wash with Alfred Payton scoring 20 points. So he was a +1 if you look at it, 1 point better than Alfred Payton. So but he just moved. You saw a difference with him on the field, on the court, and when he sat down, the Lakers they looked a little tired. They looked that they just couldn't handle. It's just that they couldn't handle this defense. This is a lot of teams, they try to prepare, but they don't expect to have a team effort defense. They used to the one-on-one good defender per team, but this New York Knicks is a collective group that plays defense collective, with the proper switching, the proper they're all over. They're swarming. One thing the Knicks need to clean up though in that game last night was they were dribbling into a lot of double teams. But you got to expect that. And the Lakers are defending champions. They are statistically the #1 defense in the league. So the Knicks, and for the Knicks to beat that, and with that deficiency from 3-point land, and they were moving they scored a lot of free throws. They hit their free throws, which was a pleasant thing to see, and they just gutted it out. They made the defending champions play New York Knicks basketball this year. They bought them. They came and said, no, you're not coming to the Garden to try to play. You're playing our basketball in our home, and that's what the Knicks did. They defended their court. It's a pleasure to see that. It's a pleasant, was I surprised? No, because these guys, we see that effort night in, night out, from this team, from Coach Thibodeau. They battle for him. They execute his game plan. Thibodeau with his rotations and substitutions, although sometimes us and us fans, we get frustrated, but that man knows what he's doing, they know what he's doing. And Alfred Payton is stepping up. He had a good game prior to the Lakers game, and he had a good game last night. And I'm pretty sure he hears the comments and feels the heat from the fans around the league. And he's I told you guys, he is the leading triple double scorer for the Orlando Magic. The kid has talent. Right now, yes, does he go through some times that he wants to pull your hair? Of course, but he's on our team right now, and that's what we have. They know other point guard coming in here. And let's root for the guy to get to, find his game and move forward. And I like it because I like the time that the way this team is gelling on a 3-game winning streak. Now let's break. Now we got back to 500. We got a game over 500. We're right back when we started the second half, the All-Star game. We're back 1 game over. Now let's build, baby steps. Now let's get our season high 4th game winning streak, and let's go up 2 games over 500, and then we'll build it from there. Next game. Now we're on to the next opponent. We beat the Lakers. Now let's focus on the Pelicans and the game plan, how we're going to execute, who's going to contain what, how we're going to contain it. The Thibodeau's, I'm pretty sure they went through that this afternoon in shoot around, and they're game planning and they're watching film. And we'll see, And Randall has that good habit that he learned from Kobe Bryant. Whenever he gets to a visiting town, he'll find a high school and start shooting late. And I heard on the telecast that even the whole team now goes with him. That's great. That's called team chemistry. That's called camaraderie. They stay together. They're together as a pack, and that's a good thing to see going forward. You see around the league, guys are getting injured. You got Jamal Murray in Denver. You got guys who are currently injured. These playoffs, anything can happen. One of the big dogs could get hurt, and some teams, might not know how to recover or recuperate. And you get a team like the Knicks that plays a team defense oriented with a good coach, solid coach, good coach, a solid game plan. Anything could happen. I'm not saying they're going to the finals, but anything could happen. Would I be surprised if I see them there? No, I won't be surprised. Now, is it too far-fetched? It could be, but hey, Vegas said we were going to only win 24 games, and look at us now. So that's what I got to say with that, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing was key was, I think we got to, before we even go into another segment, we definitely got to salute Nerlens Noel, the job they did down there to Andre Drummond. That cannot go unnoticed. You know what I mean? So salute Nerlens Noel and Todd Gibson and the cast, man. They made it hard on Andre Drummond last night. You know what I mean? It was something to see, man. So like I said, man, we got to give credit where credit's due. Them cats really made it hard on him. And and that was my 2 going into yesterday. I was down on MBK now. My 2 matchups with the watch for me was Alfred Payton and Schroeder and Drummond and Noel. I thought that was going to be the key factors to the game, and we cashed it out. Alfred Payton had a good game against Schroeder, and Nerlens Noel gave it to Andre Drummond for some reason. I don't know whether he tied or not. I don't know, but he gave it to him. So that was real important to see. And Julius Randle lit that power forward spot up. I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than that. Julius Randle lit that power forward spot up. Too hot to handle Randle. He was busting. He was giving it to him last night. So that was good to see, man. But let me give a shout out to some people, man, real quick. My man Xavier, what's up? I see you. Appreciate you, brother. Xavier, man, we had a good combo today. And my man Cameron from T Valley Properties, man. Salute to y'all guys out there doing your thing. You know, salute to y'all. Salute to the chat. Brooklyn Belly, Dave Jackson, 19 Com Man. Salute to Dan Acklet. You know what it is, DA. We see you. And Tim Smith. So salute to everybody on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, checking out the show, man. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. Your man Divine BX Jedi 76. We in here, man, on a Tuesday night, no Knick game. And just talking Knicks, man. We going over the recap of last night's game, which was a fun game to watch. What can I say, man? You know, we excited as Knicks fans about the game last night. And let me just read that Todd, like you said, 37, Todd Gibson, 37-year-old, playing with that grit. Yes, indeed. You're right, comment. People got to salute my man Todd Gibson. You know what I mean? Brooklyn Belly, Peyton legit was the key to us winning at least 5 games this season. Absolutely, you know. But Peyton come to play, man. You know what I mean? He come to play every night, man. And salute Jackson. We see my man Dave Jackson. But yeah, BX, man. That was a good gritty game last night. The New York City Gritty Committee went to the world's most famous arena and gave it to the Los Angeles Lakers last night. So take that for what it is. We won game over 500, sitting in the 8th spot. You know, we looking good. We about to go on a 2-game road trip. Then we're gonna get back and we're gonna be at the Garden for another nice 3-game home stretch. But we got to take advantage of the schedule. We also within that home stretch, we got the Hornets and the Hawks, who we compete for the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot and the 4th spot. So we got an interesting schedule coming up. We got to take advantage of that. And I think, you know, we're gonna get into that, man. And so salute to everybody out there and let my man BX get some shout outs to his people out there, man. Then we're gonna go to the next segment. BX, go ahead, my brother.
I quickly want to shout out to Curtis, the service tech. I see you. I appreciate you coming over, watching us each and every night out there. I know you saw me this morning, and I appreciate you, brother. Dangerous, what's going on? Shout out to Dangerous. Support his podcast, Wife of Crime podcast, folks. He's really good. He's flaming up there. They're really doing their thing. They're grinding. Really interesting podcast out there for Dangerous and his wife. I also got for Brian Andrew and the Air Force guys out there in Georgia, the McCann, Georgia. They're doing their thing. They're listening to us. They're waiting for that picture to be sent to us so we can put it on our Knicks page. And you know, the guys all around listening to us. I also want to give shout out to Elite Maintenance Steve. What's going on, brother? I know you're listening. I know you're out there, always giving me a thumbs up and writing in the chat that you're listening. And in Instagram, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that's listening. I can't do it. It's nothing but thank you guys all. You guys are all the reasons why we keep moving the show and keep going forward. And absolutely, so let's get it. It's a good night. The Knicks Real Talk. The win over the Lakers, 111-96. Man, that was good. And you know, they're the defending champions. We're gonna see them in Staples. And you know what? It's gonna be an interesting challenge if and when the big bosses come in. It'll be a measuring stick to see how, you know, hopefully we're gelling, we're in our stride, we're playing a little later. You know, looking on, I'm looking forward to see their big game guys in there, you know, LeBron and AD, to see how they match up, to see, you know, I know it's a far-fetched that we could do a win, but anything's happened. You know, do you doubt it with this defense if they're a one-possession game again with the defending champions with LeBron and AD? You never know. You have a good feeling about it. So, you know, you got to always appreciate what this team does. They're so likable. They're such a likable team, Divine. You know, I really, really enjoy these guys, and I'm glad that they let them stay together. You know, the front office allowed them no trades to stay together and gel. And you know, at first we were like, we need to bring this guy, we need to bring that guy. But other than the point guard situation, which they weren't going to upgrade anyway in the market, I'm glad that they kept the team together. I want to see this chapter of the year one of Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks finish out to see how far and how much of the story is left. And I think it's a lot more to that story. And the upcoming schedule, we got the Hawks and Charlotte back to back, but it's at the Garden. You know, hopefully, you know, we got to, you know, don't look ahead. Always take care of the opponents in front of us. And we got a lot of the Eastern Conference teams that are either trailing us or a little ahead of us coming up in our schedule. I know the Chicago Bulls will be coming soon. I think another game with the Raptors. So we're gonna have a lot to dictate with our standings, and we're gonna climb back up to that 4th seed or the 5th. We're gonna climb out, and it starts at home. We gotta take care of our home games, our home cooking, defend that court, defend the New York City Gritty Committee home court, and keep it bringing our lunch pails and our hard hats and keeping attacking and the city's behind you guys. The city behind you guys, and the Lakers found out who's the real New York team in the city that they have to be really afraid of. It's not the guys over there in Brooklyn. It's in Madison Square Garden, folks.
Facts. Real quick, man. Let us promote the show right quick, dude. We be back in 30 seconds. Yeah. We got my man BX. He's gonna go over the Knicks upcoming schedule and the standings. So yeah, BX man, take it away, my brother.
Well, we're gonna go looking around the league. We currently had the Brooklyn Nets defeat the Timberwolves earlier today, 127-97. And currently at the half, we have the Los Angeles Clippers into Indiana. They're up 67-65 at halftime. One game that we're keeping an eye on as well is the Hawks and the Raptors. They just started the third quarter. It's 66-60. The Atlanta Hawks are in Tampa playing the Raptors. We also have down in Charlotte, we have the Lakers on the back-to-back going against the Hornets. They're currently trailing 37-31. That's in the middle of the second quarter. So we got to keep an eye on that there. Hopefully the Lakers could bounce back and help us in the standings with the Hornets. And then the rest are later on tonight. We're going to have the Miami Heat are going into the Phoenix Suns. That's later on tonight at 10. And you have the Boston Celtics heading into the Portland Trailblazers tonight at 10 o'clock. I mean, that's a game that we got to watch. A lot of implication there standing-wise. Portland wins tonight, and we basically are tied with the Celtics. I think we actually leapfrogged them because we have better record on the Eastern Conference. So we'll climb up if the Trailblazers win. And we'll keep an eye on the Hawks. They're kind of desperate. They're fading fast, and actually the Raptors. Excuse me, the Raptors are fading fast, and they're gonna hopefully they play with a little urgency tonight and get that victory over the Hawks. They're in Tampa, so they have to. So those are the look around the league, the games that are currently going on and that will affect us, and we'll see how well tomorrow with the standings by tomorrow morning when we wake up. We look at that paper online and we'll see. If the Knicks have climbed up and a half a game on these folds, going forward. As long as we keep winning our games, then we could go ahead and look and see see what's going around the league with us.
Yeah, absolutely. That's real important because it's some pivotal games tonight, man. I mean, for us to have that win last night, now we can look back tonight and look around association and see what team that lost that's going to benefit us. Because a lot of teams that we fighting against, a battle against, are playing tonight. Against some real tough possible losses too. I mean, it's not in their favor, whether it's home court, whether it's a team they playing against, it's more superior than them. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow morning when we do the morning show, how the conference standards may change tonight. So we definitely going to get into that and look at that, man, and see how that's going to go. But I really think that, after tonight, we could be one game away from the 5th spot, depending on how it bounces tonight. Or, we won't be going down because nobody below us going to catch us right now for us tonight. But so that's good to see. Everything in front of us is playing tonight almost, and a lot of them got a chance to lose that game because of the situation they're playing in. So I'm excited to see that. So that go tonight. And for the Knicks, man, our up and coming schedule, we got the Pelicans tomorrow in New Orleans, 8 p.m. We got the Mavericks. We got to get revenge the game and get the Mavericks 9:30 down in Dallas on the 16th. Then we come back to Madison Square Garden on the 18th with the Pelicans again. We got the Hornets on the 20th and the Hawks on the 21st, back to back, and that's going to be huge. So we really got to get on our grind and stay focused. I love to go into New Orleans tomorrow and try to get that W because they defense is definitely not top notch. And ours is. You know what I mean? And so if their defense is not top notch, and our offense, that means our options have a good game. And even though they got a good offense, but we got a good defense. So I do like our chances tomorrow night. I really do. I like us to go in there. I think RJ gonna have a bounce back game. You know what I mean? He playing against his boy in this, Zion. That's gonna be fun to watch. Julius Randle and Alpha Payton played with New Orleans a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? So it's a lot, it's a lot at stake there for feelings and emotions, I would say. You know what I mean? And so everybody, Knicks gonna look to go hard in there, man. I'm looking forward to them going hard tomorrow. So if we get that game tomorrow, take that first game against the Pelicans, we can get that man in 2 games over 500, feeling good, looking good, and then go into Dallas at that revenge game. Well, it's time for us to get on our runs. And like Dangerous said, man, the day that's 7-3, Dave Jackson said, 7-3, moving forward. Absolutely, I'll take that. You know what I mean? I'll take that 100%. You know what I mean? So we in there, man. Looking real good, man. So salute to everybody in the chat. Dangerous, Dave Jackson, 19 Calm Man, Brooklyn Belly, Tim Smith, everybody else. Salute to all y'all for chiming in, man. Dave Jackson, house money, let it ride. I got you. You know what I mean? Let's go Knicks. Yeah, man, but it's good, man. I really think this up-and-coming schedule is important, BX, man. So give me a take on these next 5 games.
These next games, starting tomorrow with Pelicans, Julius Randle is true to say that he takes those games against his former clubs seriously, and Pelicans are in some trouble tomorrow. And also, you look for RJ to bounce back because they don't play that. They're not known as a high defensive team. I think they're in the bottom echelons of defense, and we'll see that. That's an advantage that we need to do. We need to clamp on our defense. New Orleans have not played our style of defense yet, so that's gonna be a shock on there. And then Julius Randle heads home to his hometown in Houston, actually Dallas, and they play the Mavericks. You don't think that this Knicks team wants to get that game circle, that revenge, and take that game in Dallas, at York Airlines Arena over there. They want to go in there and beat them because they came into the Garden and beat us. Now they've got their teeth grinding on that. So that's an interesting game to see. And then they come home to play the same Pelicans, and whatever depends on this, whatever depends on that tomorrow night's game, it could be they could continue with that same trend on the defense, and we could beat them. This is a thing. These are 3 games that are winnable. And like Dan says, you got to take care of the Pelicans and Dallas. Dallas sounds scared of playing in right now. They are. I agree with you on that. And what a time. I was thinking, what a time to be a New York fan. Period. You got the New York Knicks with this gritty committee playing excellent, very well. Young guys up and coming. You got currently right now the ANHL going on. The Rangers are up 1-0 on the New Jersey Devils. You got the Mets winning the first game of the doubleheader 4-3. Right now they're no score. The Yankees currently right now they're in the top of the 6th, but they're trailing 6-0. And you got the NFL draft coming up, man. What a time to be a New York fan. You really enjoying this. It's turning around. It was so dark and bleak in New York sports. Except, you only had the Yankees, and now you have all our teams just playing excellent. If you're a New York fan, all through and all around, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it because it's coming. Good fortunes are coming to the city, and man, it's about time, and it feels good, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. It really does. It's a good time to be a New York fan, especially a Knicks fan, man. Compared to where we came from and where we at right now, over 500, 50-something games into the season, in playoff contention, haven't been there in 8 years. This got to feel good. And you got to take the bad with the good. So, what I love about the way we feel about the team right now is that we've been peaking and valleying. We've been up, we've been down, but we've been more up than down because we over 500. You know what I mean? Right. So, we not talking about the draft lot. The draft lottery. We ain't talking about tanking. We're not talking about none of that. We talking about what position the Knicks going to be in playoffs. Because right now they already made the buy-in. You can lock that in. You know what I mean? It's where we're gonna finish at now. We in the playoffs. We in that buy-in. But I'm thinking we ain't gonna be in the buy-in. We ain't gonna be in the buy-in. Knicks going for that 6th to 5th, that 4th seed. I'm telling you, because like I said, with the way all the other teams is competing against one another, and they losing games as well. So if we continue this little streak, before you know it, boom, we right back up there in the 4th to the 5th, 6th spot. You know what I mean? And I just think that we got to go hard because we looking real good. We got a favorable home schedule. 7 of the next 9 home games is at the Garden. We 17-10 in the Garden. So even out of them 7 of them 9 games, if you win 5, you 5, you 5 or 4, whatever, 5-2. You go 5-2 right now. That's putting you 3 games over 500. So y'all gotta take it is for what it is, man. The Knicks got a chance to do something real special right now, and just by the way the cards are set up, the way the chips is falling. We just gotta stay hungry, stay determined, keep battling, keep that New York City gritty committee defense out there, man, and go hard. And I think we're gonna be good. I'm telling you, the Knicks gonna shake up something in the playoffs. You best believe it. They're gonna shake up something in the playoffs. So we excited right now to be Knicks fans because and we should be. And salute to everybody out there. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, man. Shining in and checking out Knicks Real Talk, the night show. On the chat is always up in here, man. Salute to the chat always. Me and Divine, BH Jedi 76. We in the building tonight, man. Getting ready for that game tomorrow down in New Orleans against the Pelicans. We're gonna go down there and handle our business. Knicks in the house. Y'all know that. So but yeah, BX, man, it's a exciting time to be in a Knicks, man. We gonna like I said, yeah, we gonna get into the next segment. New York Knicks playoff bound question. Absolutely.
Yeah, I saw last night. Shout out to MSG at night, the Monica McNutt and company. They shouted us out about the playoffs. They used our clip of the Jim Mora playoff. I heard it this morning. Thanks, Dan. Put a smile on my face. So I appreciate everyone that's listening out there and using whatever content we brought up, because I don't think everyone remembers Jim Mora's playoff rant until we played it here on Knicks Real Talk. So. We're taking a little credit on that. We'll take a little credit on that. Yeah, absolutely. And last night it was good to hear Julius Randle talked about the hard hats and coming in with the lunch pail on when he was speaking to Rebecca Hollow. I'm like, wow, it's good. I appreciate you guys. If anyone for the organization, the Knicks players want to come on Knicks Real Talk, just let us. You know where to find us: Facebook page, Instagram. Twitter, send us a private and we'll send you that link to you guys. Anybody, Obi Toppin, anyone wants to come on, you're free to come on, man. We would love to have you on and speak with you guys because we ain't gonna attack you. We're not gonna. This is a safe. You are our players. We got your back no matter what. So anytime anybody from the MSG want to bring someone on, let someone on, come on. We're more than welcome to come on our show.
Yep. Real quick, a dangerous. Dangerous said, can someone explain how this play-in playoff seeding works? Some of us old heads are confused. Lots of laugh out loud. I got you, Dan.
Got it?
Yeah, I see that. From the best of my knowledge, it's 10 teams. It's going to be 10 teams to try to get in. The 8 of them pretty much is what it normally used to be, but now they're adding 2 teams into it's like a playoff
tournament. It's a playoff tournament.
I say a couple of games. You gotta win these. That's 1 or 2 games to get into. To be able to play the 8th seed and play. Am I right or wrong?
First it goes the top 10 enter the playoff round. You have the 7 plays the 8 1 game. Winner of that gets the 7th seed. Then the winner, then the 10th and the 9th have to play each other 1 game. The 10th, if the 10th wins, they need to win 2 games to get in. And also the same goes with the 9th. They make it hard for the 10th and 9th team to get into the playoffs. So 7 and 8, whoever wins that, they're going into that series. They're the 7th. Then the 8th seed, the loser, has to play the winner of the 10 and 11. The 9 and 10. Excuse me. Then they play each other, but it's not a one single elimination game either. Because if the 9 team beats the 8 team 1 time, they don't get eliminated. They have to win 2 games. But the 8th seed only needs to win 1 game to go to clinch the 8th seed. It sounds a lot of Roberto. But they're making it hard for the 9th and 10th team to get in the playoff. It's not like one and done. If some reason the 10th seed gets hot and they just win 2 games, they're a playoff. No, they stack against them. They gotta win more games. It makes it easier for the 8th and 7th team just to win 1 game to move on into the playoff series. So that's how it goes on that one.
Yeah. Thank you, BX, for pointing that out. Good question. Davis, appreciate that question. Good one, man. And Con-Man reply to 7, 8 plays 8. Absolutely copy. Yes, indeed. Y'all guys, way to keep the chat moving, man. But that's going to be exciting. But you know what? We there already. At least in that part of it. You know what I mean? We right now we in the 8th spot, but I really believe that we gonna get up to that 6th or 5th. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep grinding it out, keep battling, and take it 1 game at a time. And if we coming in without having to be in that buy-in, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. And if the Knicks get in there and we in that 6th seed and don't have to deal with that buy-in or that playoff, man, it's going to be something special. So we have a good chance of going in that first round and upsetting somebody. So, it's going to be exciting. We just got to keep winning, not jumping ahead. But I think we playoff bound. Absolutely, the Knicks are playoff bound. And I think when all the dust settles, we're going to be in a certain spot because of the way we play and how we compete. You know what I mean? If you look at the Knicks right now, the way they plan to compete, and ever since before we started this downfall, when we played Brooklyn and Philadelphia and all that, that's when I really know that this team is about to really do something. And, because we were losing by close games, we was down, we was in the game to win them, but we might then hit a shot there. We might then get a rebound there or a foul shot there. Or a turnover, but I just knew, but we was only a play away, or two away from being, oh man, what a record we would have now. So that convinced me. I wasn't worried about. I knew this losing streak was gonna be over once we got. I was like, you know what, we got a 3-game homestand, and y'all check the record, check the video. I was like, we gonna go on this 3-game winning streak at the Garden. We did. We got those 3 games, and now we 1 game back over 500 going into New Orleans. And I think we got a tough schedule, but we got a favorable home schedule. But then until we get ready to go down at the end of the season, we got to go on the West Coast for six games. But right now, we could take advantage of that. Now, and when we get to that situation, you come out there 500. But a lot of them teams might be like, the Lakers might be like, man, we about to be in the playoffs. I ain't playing all these guys. You know what I mean? So you never know at that time. Teams might be resting players, or they might be saying we don't really want to take a chance because we're in the playoffs now, so we're gonna rest a couple of players. You just never know. You know what I mean? And so we'll see, man. But I think we playoff bound. BX, man, what you think?
Yeah, they're not gonna finish out of this playing tournament. They're the worst case scenario. If they fall on their face, they'll probably end up 10th. But I don't see that. The way this team plays, hustles and defense, and the way they're executing and they play for one another. Like I said, I think they're finished 5th. They're gonna flirt with the 4th really really hard. But I could those games at the end with San Antonio and going into Los Angeles at the Staples Center, like you said, maybe we'll catch a break. They're resting players, but like Brooke and Betty said, it's all house money. You'll take any spot. But I would like to give the Knicks reward this team for their hustle and their hard play all year long to get a playoff series 6 and up, so they could get their bodies rested and not go into the heart attack of going into a play-in tournament. And you never know. Just in a series, at least you have a chance. You have a coach that could adjust the game plan and game plan and make the adjustments from game in the series. Like I said, and I've been saying it here, I'll take Tom Thibodeau for almost 90% of the coaching in the Eastern Conference that are in the playoff hunt. That man is a smart man, game planning and all. And I don't see yes, there's talented team, Brooklyn, but Brooklyn, look at that. Now Kyrie's not around, but we don't worry about them. We'll worry when it says we have to play them. So they could be knocked out before we even play them in the second round if that's the case. You don't know. This season in the playoffs in the NBA is so wide open. You've seen injuries left and right. You've seen guys get injured when they come back. It's such a constricted season, condensed season that anything can happen. And like Tim Sims said, the Knicks are physically tough, maybe even more important, mentally tough. That's why they're going to keep coming back against tough losses. Absolutely, Tim Smith. That is an excellent point. The Knicks team are built for these kind of for the playoff run. And if they have any slight of a home court in the first round, maybe a 4th, you're telling me that you're not. This team can win on the road easily because they're really defense on the road always wins games. So even if they don't get home court, I can see them stealing a game because of their defense. A tough defensive game on the road, they could steal that. But we'll worry when that comes down the road with them, But I think they're not gonna finish nowhere near the 10th or the 9th. They play 2. There's so much body of work this season with the New York Knicks that if you say they're gonna finish lower, unless it's barring injuries. Now, barring major injuries to our big horses, that's a different story. Barring injuries, if everyone stays relatively healthy, little bang booms, the little Knicks. I think they're ready. Like Dave Jackson said, we're in playoff mode. Yes, absolutely. Every game now is a playoff mode game. You see them getting the last possession. You see them when the teams make runs. Now they're adjusting when team makes runs to get that key basket or that key stop. We saw it last night in the Lakers game when Marcus Gasol hit that wonderful 3 there, wide open. The Knicks made the adjustment. They came right back and they scored. They went on a small mini run. Those are the type of transition plays and those those swing plays that we call that the Knicks early in the season weren't getting, and allowing your teams to come back instead of cutting a deficit from to 5 to and increasing it to 8 or 7. They will get decreased to 2 because the other team, they won't capitalize, and the team will come and hit an open 3, and the game is now a 2-point game instead of you being up 7 or 8. Those are the type of swing plays that you see the New York Knicks now executing, despite them having a bad shooting night last night. They actually executed well, and the Lakers play good defense too. So I'm not gonna say the Knicks offensive had a bad night. Yeah, it was tough because they played a tough championship defensive team, despite the fact not having LeBron or Anthony Davis. But all those other guys are key components. They know the rotation. They know how to play his games, and absolutely, that's how I know that they're always going to be in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Dave Jackson, we are playoff mode, absolutely, and that's the reason why I bring that up, man, because every game we play, we feel like we fighting for something. You know what I mean? Every game the Knicks are playing, they fighting for something. They almost got that win to go home attitude right now. And like Reggie Bullock said in the press conference the other night, he said, "We know what spot we want to be in." You know what I mean? The Knicks players even know that. You know, they, like he said, we know what spot we want to be in. You know what I mean? Tom Thibodeau know them boys is on that. We got almost 18 or 17 games before you know it, the season will be over. So for us to be this close, this late, and we starting to catch a groove, it'd be different. We was going backwards. You know what I mean? With these amount of games left, we headed in the right direction. Going toward the end of the season, we catching our groove. Our team is healthy. Only one missing is Mitchell Robinson. Everybody knows what they know. The trade deadline is over. The free agency is over. Everybody know it. Now they know they're going to be here. The Knicks is locked in. You know, they went their little peaks and valleys, you know, last couple of weeks. They had a little, but think about this here, Knicks fans. Look at the games we lost for the last 2 weeks. We didn't get blowed out, not one of them, other than our offense just didn't show up at that Dallas game. We've been in every game by 1, 2, 3, 5 points. Think about that. That's playoff type of basketball. You know what I mean? You losing games by 1 point, 2 points. You ain't getting blowed out. You win every game. You got a chance to win every game with a couple of hiccups here or there, and you still. That's been the last 10, 15 games. You know what I mean? So I just think that they focus, man. Like I said, like Billy Thomas said, Knicks seem to be in the right mindset. They are focused. Absolutely. Sibley, I agree with you 100%. They focus, man. They locked in. The Knicks is locked in. They in playoff mode. Like Dave Jackson said, we ready to go out here and get on our grind. They compete and they battling. You got to give it up, man, to the Knicks organization right now. The Knicks coaching staff, the players, they got New York Knicks fans right now feeling good about our team, and that's a wonderful thing. Because like I said, you know, we've been in the abyss for a minute for the last 8 years, you know. But the sun come out tomorrow. We here, man. You know, I mean, the sun rise, man. You know, it rises in the east, and the Knicks rising up over there, man. They got New York City on buzz, man. They got the Knicks fan on buzz. You think about this here right now: KD, Kyrie, James Harden, Blake Griffin. Who everybody talking about? The Knicks. This is New York Knick town. Best believe that. You know what I mean? Best believe that. And so because you know what? The way we competing, Knicks going hard, man. They represent that city real well. So salute to the Knicks. And you know, and I can't be more proud of the team the way they fight, man. Because I've been a Knicks fan guy since 1968. You know what I mean? 68. You know what I mean? So and to see, you know, and I've been a Knicks fan when, you know, since we won our first 2 championships. You know what I mean? And just to see the way we at right now, you gotta give it up to them, man. You can't be mad at that, man. I mean, the Knicks fans got it going on. We got it going on right now. If the Knicks get to the playoffs, it's gonna be on the popping in New York. You know what I mean? The Knicks represent the city real well, so salute to the Knicks, man. They doing their thing, and you know, and the reason why it's like that, BX, is only one way to put it, man. And there you go, right there. It's a Thibodeau effect. It's a Tibbs effect. You know what I mean? My way to the highway. Tibbs came into New York and changed the culture. You know, it's the Tibbs effect, you know, for sure. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. Tibbs is coming here and laid down the culture, man. He's like, listen, this is what we're gonna base our team off of. This is our identity. This is how we're gonna play. And I'm holding everybody accountable. If you ain't good enough, you ain't playing. You know what I mean? And he's staying true to that. And he got the cats playing hard, man. So salute to Tom Thibodeau. You know, when we first got Tom, so I said, there we go. You know, like I said, y'all can check me down on NBK, man. Check the videos. Go in Sims Files, man. Check the NBA platform, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I when we hired Tom Thibodeau, I said the Knicks already we good, we in the playoffs. And so and I don't speak hyperbole, facts is here. You know what I mean? And because I knew who he was. And think about this here. Imagine if Tom Thibodeau would have coached that team last year. The Knicks would have been in the bubble. No question about it in my mind. If Tom Thibodeau would have coached the Knicks last year, the Knicks would have been in the bubble. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show you, because a lot of the players that was on that team last year on the team this year. The starting five was on the Knicks last year. If you look at the Knicks team this year, that whole starting five either started last year or they was on the team last year. R.J. Barrett, Alfred Payton, and Randall started for the Knicks last year. You know what I mean? And Reggie Bullock and Mitchell Robinson came off the bench. You know what I mean? So that same team, Frank was there. Who else was? Right. Taj was there. Knox was there. Other than the rookies that came in and a couple of veterans we signed, that whole team from last year is almost there. But until if Tibbs would have coached that team last year when we had Mook Morris, we might not even have Quickly right now. Because I think the Knicks, they would have kept that team. We'd have been in the bubble. You know what I mean? So if you don't think coaching makes a difference, then you must not be watching basketball, because Tibbs has came and changed this thing around, man. So you got to give him his props, man, for real. He got us over 500, in the season where every team got to travel the way they travel because of COVID. And I got to salute the NBA, man, for keeping this thing going through these tough times, man. Salute to Adam Silver and them, but keep able to give us basketball through a time when everybody out there in the pandemic. So salute to the NBA for that. And salute to Tom Thibodeau, though, BX. He really doing his thing, man, for sure.
Yeah, he was a big difference maker, a huge difference maker. I'm glad they brought him in here. He wanted this job. I think that, I'm glad they brought him. Never too late than ever. I thought they should have brought him years ago when he first was around after his first stint out of Chicago before the Minnesota. I think they made a mistake of not bringing him here. But then you know what? It's better Nate than ever. And we see him changing just the whole culture, the whole atmosphere. Big up to him and having his input with the front office with Leon Rose, West, and Sprout and all those guys. Bringing in and taking and getting rid of Dennis Smith Jr. and Austin Rivers, and bringing in a Taj Gibson and a Derrick Rose. That was a big swing trade and bring momentum. What have they bought in that was missing? You see it, the body of work that Taj Gibson, unsung hero, and what a revelation has been with Derrick Rose returning to New York City, and he's endeared to the fans right now the way he played. That's phenomenal. We wasn't getting that from Dennis Smith Jr. Unfortunately, very young, athletic man. We wish him a lot of luck in Detroit, but it wasn't going to pan. They did the smart move and they made room and they bought. Rivers that signing didn't work out either for us, and we moved on from him and we joined that. And I'm glad that the front office did not overreact and made any dumb, foolish moves. They kept it calm, cool, and collective. They kicked the tires on a few players that we know of and that we hear in the media, but they didn't overreact, and they kudos to them. Kept the ship, navigating in the proper course. Despite the fact that we hit some high tides and low tides, they kept the ship navigating in the right direction with Captain Thibodeau on the front on there, and let's see where he takes us, man. Let's see where we go, where it's gonna go, and down this ocean that's the NBA. Hopefully, sooner or later, pretty soon we'll be hosting that Larry O'Brien Trophy pretty soon. Let's hope that with a couple tweaks in a few years, or dare we say into this year. I mean, whenever we never say never. Sports is that's why you play the game. It's not placed on. It's not done on paper. You got to play the game. You have to tip it off. You have to run. You have to put in your work, and these guys are putting their work, man. They bought into this head coach, and you see that, and you see each one of them pull for one another. You see that camaraderie of that team, and you see that's the reflection of the head coach. They say a team is always a reflection of your head coach, and that shows it right there. What this team is with Tom Thibodeau and his coaching staff with Kenny Payne and everyone on there, from Woodson, everyone that's on the coaching staff and in the front office. You see it there, and it's a pleasure that I think we have our front office and organization in the right track. Finally, after years of spinning our wheels with the former regime, and we just like everything we see. So let's keep the good vibe with the New York Knicks going forward. And I know that greater days are ahead of us. Yeah, like Tim Smith, he was been a fan since Nate Bowman. That's some time
Wow.
back, Yeah, that's some
Absolutely.
time back, absolutely. And then you got and I love this quote, Tim. It says, "The sky is blue and the sun is orange." Tells me
That's
something.
right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's
That's
right.
right. I
Yeah.
like that.
Salutes.
That was the best quote of the night on the chat. I gotta give it to Tim Smith. I love that one. With the sky is
Yes,
blue.
indeed.
I love it. I
So
love
y'all,
it.
y'all, yeah, listen, y'all know where to hit us up at, man. Y'all know what time to hit us. Yeah, man. Yeah, we back, guy. Real quick, man. Yeah, but it's a sight, man. Knicks Real Talk with the night show. Divine Beard Jedi 7-6. We ain't here tonight, man. Tuesday, excuse me, no basketball tonight. We go down to New Orleans tomorrow and try to pull out a Mardi Gras on the New Orleans Pelicans tomorrow. So we're gonna get it popping down there tomorrow night. We're gonna go in there and play Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball in them tomorrow. You know the play's gonna be pumping, but you know what? We going in there to get it though. We going in New Orleans to get it tomorrow, yo. So they better be ready. Cause New York City Gritty Committee coming to New Orleans. We ain't gonna be eating no jambalaya. We're gonna be in the arena getting it. We're gonna be in the arena getting it tomorrow. So let's hope Knicks go in there, play some good basketball, play the same way we played at the Garden the other night. Just bring that defense to the forefront and let everything else take care of itself. They got a good talent offense team down there, but we got a talented defense team up here. So we just got to go get it. Go in there and let the league know I would love to get this game tomorrow. We finally got that 4-game winning streak. We've been close, but no cigar. So if we can get that game against the Pelicans tomorrow, we can go in there and get that 4-game winning streak, first one this year. So let's go in there and lock this thing down, man. And let RJ and Barrett have they Duke battle tomorrow night. Friends, brothers, but they're gonna be competing though, So look for RJ to have a good bounce back game tomorrow night. And but you're gonna see his boy try to show off the Knicks, but we got something for him though. We got the New York City Gritty Committee, number 3 defense in the association, number 1 in a lot of categories. So you know what? We going there to play tomorrow night, y'all. So we got to get it popping. Knicks fans, let's get excited when y'all get home from work, school, whatever tomorrow night. You done had, you're chilling in front of the TV or the tube or the screen and get ready to watch this game tomorrow night against the Pelicans and see if we can come out there with a W, put us 2 games over 500. Looking real good, man. So I'm excited about that tomorrow night because we got to go down there and handle our business. And if we do, then I think we got something else to talk about, man. And we going there to play, y'all. So Knicks down in New Orleans tomorrow night. We got to get that. We got to definitely go in there and battle and compete and come out there with that W, man. What do you think about that game tomorrow?
That's gonna be a good game. I'm looking forward to see RJ and Barrett. I want to see actually the camaraderie if they're gonna go try to be score for score. Try to take a scoring challenge between each other. And I want to see Julius Randle's replacement going at it. See how they play against each other. See how that what are we gonna look forward to in a few years in the orange and blue. That's intriguing, because I don't think we're getting Ingram like they were speculating a while back. But then Zion is the one that I think the big cat that we're gonna end up getting here on this team. If we don't get the claw, if the claw doesn't happen, but I think it's gonna be Zion. I think he wants to play with Dan, So let's see, And like Dan says, I want everything tomorrow. He needs to get his range on Zion. Kevin Knox, let's see. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Kevin Knox. He wants Kevin Knox in there. I don't know. Do you think Thibodeau will play him? Maybe to space it out, dude. I haven't seen a lot of Pelican games. Unfortunately, with just sticking with the Knicks. Do they play? Do you know if they play every zone or probably they will because they have like a college type of young team that will probably play zone a little bit to try to disrupt the Knicks. But you see the Knicks how they're running and gunning and moving the ball quicker. They're not trying to let these teams set up in that and camp in that zone. They're trying to more transition basketball. They're moving the ball quicker. You see it. That's probably one reason why you see only Derrick Rose played 20, 25 minutes because when he comes in that second unit, they're going at high pace velocity, and he's going out there, himself and quickly and Obi are going 100 miles an hour out there, literally, and that spends a lot of energy. That's why you don't see him closing out. I think that's another reason, and I think that's the game plan that the coaching staff has, so they won't they allow teams to get into that zone and get comfortable and feel comfortable with it, so they could abandon it and then Knicks could capitalize. I think that ever since we see them running and gunning, you're seeing less teams going to the zone or try to go to the zone. It hasn't been working as much. So look for that, and I want to see Alonzo Ball. I do. I want to see what's the big hype with him. I want to see him auditioning also for the Knicks because he wants that. He knows that the Knicks have money under the cap. They know there's a need for that position that he currently plays. He knows he's not returning to New Orleans. I don't think if all the noise is saying that he doesn't like the city. So let's see what the kid brings. Let's see what the kid has in store if he plays. I haven't seen any injury report either, so we'll figure that out. We'll find out how it is. And yeah, like I said, I want to see we get a 4-game winning streak for the first time this season. The season high 4-game winning streak. Let's do it. Let's get it, man. I'm excited for that. That's the most important. That's the first goal. Can we win and get and go 2 games over 500 and increase our season high 4-game winning streak? The rest of the other stuff about everybody else on the court of Zion and points and all that, that's just between us fans, just so we can have a talk here on the Knicks Real Talk and in the chat or in the barbershop. That's just for that. But in facts about the team, we want to see how they're gonna go ahead and stop this and win those small goals for the team going forward, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. It's all about the W, man. We can break down, analyze stats, news, and notes, and all that stuff as fans, but what it all get down to is what we do on that basketball court. And I don't care who we playing or how we play them. What matters is wins and losses. W's and L's, brother. That's all that matters. And I'm looking for a W tomorrow, so we're gonna go in there and try to get it popping and give it to the Pelicans so we can go on down to Dallas and do that revenge game. Like I said, it's one game at a time. Next man up. You play who in front of you. You don't worry about what the other team don't have or what they do have. You play what's in front of you. I don't care if the Lakers would have had AD and LeBron. We got to play them jokers. You know what I mean? We got to go hard against them. It don't matter who in front of you. You play the guys in front of you. You go hard against the guys in front of you, which we've been doing all year. And that's the reason why we sitting where we at. Some of it might have been, we caught a break here and there. And just like when teams played us, think about the teams who've been playing us the last 8-9 games or whatever without Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? So it happens. And at the beginning of the year, we were down injuries too. You know what I mean? That's part of the association. That's part of the NBA. Every team go through them. What happened for us, we had ours at the beginning of the year for the most part. You know what I mean? And, and then we got almost midway through that first half of the season. And then, and after that trading deadline, players started getting healthy. So now we down one of our key pieces. But, so salute to Nerlens Noel for coming in there, holding it down, him and Top Gibson. But best believe Mitchell Robinson was a big part of that team. That offense rebounding, holding that interior down, the lobs, the putbacks, running at the 3-point line, alternate shots, keeping cats from just setting up, shooting their trades or whatever. Mitchell Robinson, like I love Nerlens Noel. Like I said, man, Nerlens Noel protect that paint. Mitchell Robinson protect the neighborhood. That's Mr. Robinson's neighborhood down there. He protect that whole perimeter, bro. That man all over the place. So that's a big important cog to our machine. You know what I mean? And not to have him and still compete the way we compete. So what I'm trying to say is, in a nutshell, is that you play who in front of you. Just like everybody playing the Knicks with what we got. We play the team with what they got. You know what I mean? And no matter what, we gonna go out there and battle. So we just got to keep that same attitude and go in there and make it happen. And I think we're gonna wind up being very successful, man. And like somebody said earlier, we playing with house money, yeah, but we want to play with more house money. You know what I mean? Now we want to get in there now. Because like I said, the expectations are starting to rise at the beginning of the season. Yeah, you're right. We playing with house money, but now the expectations is there now. I think the money is being spent. You know what I mean? And I think the Knicks said, nah, we about to go get this. They like what they got. They see the way they competing. And Tom Thibodeau see like, you know what? Okay, now I know this team. I didn't know them at the beginning of the season because I just started coaching them. But now Tom Thibodeau had a half of a season, a little more, to get to know his players, to get to know their tendencies, to get to know what they do good and what they don't do good. You know what I mean? So now he just really settling in. Because now he's starting to say, okay, I know who I can trust. I know who's gonna go out there and go hard. and I know who can do what. And I think that's making a difference for him coaching too. And even his last couple of games, he had to make an adjustment himself. He knows when Randall wasn't going good, he brought Obi in early. When a certain player wasn't going good, because normally Randall was playing a whole first quarter until about a minute or two left, but now the other night he brought him in with 4. He thought, okay, Randall, I need to give you a break. You know what I mean? He brought Obi in early. He's making all the right moves, and I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? He's making the right moves. So, like even we going down there to play these guys, we know Zion gonna be a handful, but him and Julius Randle gonna go at it. You know what I mean? And Reggie Bullock gonna have to slow Brandon Ingram down as much as he can. Ingram is the truth, but Bullock gonna go out there, had to defend that man tomorrow, and I think he will. One thing you could say about the Knicks, they coming to defend every night. You know what I mean? Lonzo Ball, listen, Alpha Payton gonna make it hard on him. You know what I mean? Because he's already not a go straight to the basket, the penetrator. He's more of a open court, and he's shooting the 3-ball pretty well this year, but he don't go down the middle consistently. So to me, that's like Alpha Payton being able to keep him on the perimeter. You know what I mean? So that's going to be almost like an advantage to us. So he can't go down that middle and throw a lob to Zion or whoever. And you got Steven Adams. He a beast. He the real deal. But he old now, older. You know what I mean? And I think Nerlens Noel, I put him up against anybody right now. So I like our chances, man, to match up well. And I think we got, the key to that, I think, is always rebounding. Zion is huge. Steven Adams is pretty huge. Brandon Ingram, he's a linky guy. He's pretty linky. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I think no matter what, and you got what's my man came from Milwaukee with him, Bledsoe. You know what I mean? You got Bledsoe down here. And, you got that cat Walker who can shoot the lights out the 3. So we got to guard that 3-point line tomorrow, run them cats off that 3-point line, and if we could do that, then I think we'd be good. Definitely. But real quick, we gonna get into a segment break. If anybody got to go, go to the restroom, go to the bathroom, and come back, whatever, take a break. We're gonna go into a segment break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. So don't go nowhere. Stay in tune. We here at Knicks Real Talk, the night show. Divine and Big Jedi 76. We see y'all in a minute.
Achilles music.
Yeah, fellas, we back, man, for the second half. Knicks Real Talk Tonight show. It's your man, Divine, BX Jedi 76. We in the building, man, talking Knicks for the second half of the show, man. We here, man. I'm at a good first segment. Went over quite a few things, man, but we're going to keep it popping and get along, bringing the chat, get them popping up in here, man, and had their thoughts and their ideas and speak out, talk about what they talking about out there. Like I said, Dave Jackson, like this week we cooking. No L on the menu. No L on the menu. Absolutely. Dave, 7-3 run spank. I got you. We got to get it, man. Go New York, go. You know what I mean? We got to get it popping. Absolutely. We got to get in there. We got to go in there and make it happen, man. This is the last quarter of the season. This crunch time. This is it right here, fellas. It's win or go home. Pretenders are contenders. We know what we trying to be. We trying to be contenders up in here. Knicks ain't pretending to be in no playoffs. We trying to get up in there. So we got to get it popping this last quarter of the season, man, and keep hitting stride, keep battling, and try to get them W's on that win column, man, so we can get into this playoff thing and make a little noise. No matter what happens, whatever happens. If we get there, that's a big achievement, a big accomplishment for the organization this year. You know what I mean? From 21 games to the playoffs. You know what I mean? That's a real good accomplishment, and then knowing going into next year, cap flexibility, major draft picks. You know what I mean? We in a good spot, man. So salute to the Knicks, man. We really on that good trajectory, man. With different levels to it, and we going up, man. We on the rise. I think the Knicks is back, like Amari Stoudemire said. The Knicks is back. You know what I mean? We back. We just got to keep it going and build off this thing, man. And, like one of the brothers there said early in the chat, we playing with house money. You know what I mean? So we got to capitalize off this here, man. And go in here and just let it ride, BX, man. Go in here and just keep building, keep bringing this thing to the forefront so we can get to this playoff run, man. What you think?
Yeah, we have to continue with the good vibe with this team that keep going, put in the work that, going forward with the work that we put in. I'm going to really quick look around the league to update everyone real quick. We have right now 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Atlanta Hawks 105, Raptors 97. You have also in the fourth quarter, 7:20 in the fourth quarter, you have the Clippers 113. The Indiana Pacers 104.
Yes.
3 minutes and 12 in the third quarter. You have the Lakers up 66-64 on the Charlotte Hornets. And the rest are later on tonight. So the games that we're watching, looks like the Hawks might pull this one. Or they might hold on and hold off the Raptors. And looks like the Clippers will clip off the Pacers, no pun intended. And right now it's a gritty battle between the Lakers and the Hornets. They're going back and forth. Right now, the Lakers are up 66-64, and that's the final game of the road trip for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm pretty sure they don't want to go on that long flight back home with a loss. So they're going to be up in arms with that. And quickly around, if you guys are interested in NHL, the New York Rangers are up 3-0 on the Devils. The Mets are up 3-0 in the top of the fifth inning on the Philadelphia Phillies, and the New York Yankees are trailing 6-1, and that game is in the top of the eighth. So that's the scores and the look around the New York-centric teams and everything pertaining to New York Knicks and New York baseball and New York sports.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like I said, it's a good time to be New York. Springtime baseball in. You know what I mean? Dan said the Raptors made a big gamble on Siakam. It looks that way, Dan. It really does, man. If he not slashing to the basket and that 3-point game ain't on, that's that could be a bad gamble for them. But right now, the Knicks have made some good gambles, so we're gonna keep moving on that. And we got to keep our gambles paying off so far. So let's hope that, and we stayed pat at the deadline. When we bought in what we needed, we bought in a couple of centers just in case ties go down. And somebody could pick up the slack for that. So the team that they plugged the right holes. It was pretty good around everywhere else. You know what I mean? So I think they like what they doing. They like what they did. They like the players that they got, and they going to the fight with it. You know what I mean? Every dog that's in there, they fight with the dogs they got. You know what I mean? And they said we ain't gonna make no major moves, but we only got 20-something games left. Let's save it for the off season. Like they said, we playing with house money, then fine. You know what I mean? But so it's gonna be interesting, man. You're gonna hear Knick content. For me, to believe it or not, because if we get to the playoffs now, we're going to be talking about Knicks longer than we did last year. Then you're going into the summer league free agency, summer league, camp. So by the Knicks getting to the playoffs, playing extended role this time of year. So we're gonna seem like we're gonna be involved for all year round almost. You know what I mean? Because the next thing you know, it'll be time to start training camp. So I hope the Knicks go deep. I hope they go in that first round, win that, get to play in the second round. I mean, we be playing going into June. The next thing you know, free agency be right around the corner. Whatever, you know what I mean? So it sounds good, man. I'm excited about that. So we just got to keep it moving and all that good stuff, man. So salute to the chat. Salute to everybody there on Facebook. Y'all know what it is. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Checking out Knicks Real Talk, the night show. Divine, BX Jedi 76 in the building on a Tuesday night. No Knicks. We going down to New Orleans tomorrow. So let's go get it and try to get this game, man, and get on it to keep this win streak going. You know what I mean? I'm excited about it. I'm feeling good right now with the way the Knicks is putting it down. But then, like I said, man, if you look at, where we at right now overall, if you take a look at the Eastern Conference standings right now, before the Knights games, Sixers had the number 1 spot, Nets got the number 2 spot, Bucks had number 3, Hawks had number 4, the Heat got the 5th spot, Hornets 6, Celtics 7, the Knicks sitting there at 8, Pacers 9, Bulls 10, Raptors 11, Wizards 12, Cavaliers 13, and Magic 14, and the Pistons at the bottom of the barrel 15. But we in the 8th spot, man, and I'm glad we got to stay there. We didn't go down. Now we got a chance to go up another game. If Indiana loses tonight, that we separate them a little bit more from that 9th spot. For that, and that's a good feeling, man. So big up to the Knicks on that 3-game homestand, man. That 3 games in a row, coming back at the arena, holding down the home fort, and a home court and a home fort, and we got those 3 wins, man. That was real impressive, BX. And I think I'm glad about that, man. Because it put us back into good feelings right now. Because you was looking a little dire when we were losing them close games. I was wondering was the team going to start losing their spirit, but they didn't. Because sometimes things will wear on you after a while, man. We so close, and no cigar. But for them to not get that cigar, but and didn't get the win, but they stayed competitive, and that's a good. That just tells you how that coach is built down there right now.
Yeah, it does. It does tell you that. I remember when we told you that. Remember you asked me the question. You think that these losses mentally tired the team? What do you think? And I told you I don't think so, because you see every night they come back with the same intensity, the same hustle, and they continue to play and they always down, even though they go up. They've been up for those games they've lost. Even the Dallas game, I think we had like a 15 or 12-point lead in that game. In the late in the 3rd quarter, I think. So they even though they get down, the next game you see them come back and build the same amount double-digit lead. They continue to execute their plan. So I didn't see any mental letdown with the team when we were going through, when we lost 5 out of 6. They kept bringing the same energy, the same intensity, the same game plan, the same hustle, and the same way they were diving for balls and moving and trying to do, on the defensive side, and just that, and just they happen whatever happened. They, those things, they went through a slide and they couldn't hit anything at a clutch time. But now the things changing because they kept grinding, they keep putting the work in, they keep trusting and believing in their system, and that Memphis game is going to could be a huge turning point in the Knicks' second half of the season, propelling them. Maybe you could say a 4th seed. They're only two games out of the 4th, and they're only 7 or actually 6 games out of the 3rd. If you look at that, if you look at the standings, they're only, I know that's a far-fetched, but it's, just think of how those, if we win maybe half of those games that we were 1-possession games that we lost, where will we be? We'll be on the heels of the Bucks, if you ask me.
Right, absolutely.
So those are the types of things that you see, and we'll see how that going forward. You really got to like the way this team is and compete every night. So I have no issues with that, and I know they're going to be fine. I want to see this tomorrow night. I can't wait for tomorrow night to see them play the Pelicans. They're both young teams, 2 young teams. Van Gundy Stan is a pretty good coach. Unfortunately, his record is not showing it. He has a good game plan. He'll have his team prepared. They'll go out there and Thibodeau. It's like Thibodeau is Thibodeau. He's gonna have a good coach. They're gonna be 2 well coached teams. It comes down to which team execute their plan. And my opinion is, will the New York Knicks make the Pelicans play New York Knicks basketball, muck it up, frustrate them? And we'll see. Hopefully the referees let them play a little. Hope they don't want to start being too whistle happy with the guys, because Randall and Zion are going to bang and up in the paint a lot, and so will Bullock, and they're going to be a lot of. So let's hope that the refs let them play a little and they don't interject themselves in this outcome of this game. That'll be a shame. I want to see the team, the talent, the teamwork go out and determine the winner of this game tomorrow night, not the refs. So hopefully that we'll get a clean game going through and through. And it's a shame that they're not put it on. We're good until they put it on TNT or something, a national televised game, but that's fine. I don't mind hearing Clyde and Breen. I enjoy them. I love that. That's my favorite broadcast team. I love them. Listen to him, driving and talking about We World and all that. They're just hilarious out there.
Yep.
Clyde and Bream, they make the telecast so much better than any other. So I appreciate that'll be on MSG Network. It's not going to be a nationally televised game, but surprised they didn't flex it out because both teams are playoff teams. New Orleans I think they're 10th in the Western Conference, hanging on. With Sacramento on top of the heels, and you see where the Knicks are. They're in the middle of the Eastern Conference battle. Trying to climb and battle, and that I'm surprised they didn't put that game on. They want to put another game. That's fine with us. We want to be the quiet assassins going into the playoffs. The more quiet we are, the less exposure we get, the better. We'll go in there and they could watch us all they want when we get into the finals. That's all I can say.
Yeah, exactly. They might say that for that Dallas game too. They like to put Luka Doncic on national TV, so you never know. They might put that Dallas game on national TV.
Friday night. Is that a Friday night game?
Absolutely, yep, absolutely. So we really don't matter where we at. We just want to go in there and get it. You know what I mean? So and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go get it, and we and that's fine. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. We here, man. Salute to everybody out there for chiming in and everything, man. Knicks Real Talk. You know what I mean? We here, man. The night show, Divine Beer, Jedi 7I, Jedi 76. Excuse me. We in here, man. Just bringing y'all some content on the night off. Talking Knicks at the good win at the Garden last night against the Lakers. We went in there. We put in some work last night. Played some great defense. Julius Randle was too hot to handle. Randle did his thing last night. So it was a really good overall game. Good win for the Knicks. Put us back over 500. You know what I mean? We're looking good, man. We on the way to them 36 wins I was talking about. We just got to keep it grinding. You know what I mean? And to win 21 games last year, now we have almost going over 31, might get over 31. That's impressive, man. So we got to feel good about that. But yeah, man, we here, man. Tomorrow y'all can check us out on the morning show. Y'all know what it is. The Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, 8:30 tomorrow. Y'all hit us up on the way to work, school, whatever your case, your destination may be tomorrow, man. Y'all can check us out in the morning. And we always on our grind just like you guys are. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's a show from the fan for the fans. Knicks Real Talk, man. You know what it is. So we just got to keep it moving, man. And appreciate everybody chiming in always. The chat is always up there with us, man. Salute to them. This is what we do, man. Talk Knicks, man. Like I said, team win. Yes, sir, Dave Jackson. Absolutely. But it's all good overall, man. We looking forward to this next 17 games, man. It's about to, get tighter and tighter. We're gonna be on this thing we're gonna be ups and downs, but I hope it's gonna be more ups and downs. I think we will have more ups and downs coming up through the rest of the season. Because I do believe the team is hitting their stride, but they always keep us in suspense though in these games because we fight so hard. But our offense been playing pretty good, like you said. Despite shooting bad for the 3-point line last night, we still scored 100-something on the Lakers, and they got number one defense out there, so that was impressive. You know what I mean? And you gotta look at things. You gotta look at them little things like that, man. That's important. Say, okay, you know what? We had a bad shooting night from the 3. We played the number one, one of the number one, if not the number one defense in the league, minus their 2 superstars, though, from a defense standpoint. But still, they're the number one team in the league in defense, and we still put up 111 on them. You know what I mean? So you got to look at the little things like that, man. One time we was only scoring 102. We went up to 105. So, it looks like everybody's getting comfortable. And that's despite quickly not having a good shooting game or Alex Burks.
And you know what
I mean? That was impressive last night, man. God, we're going to get up out of here pretty soon. We're going to get ready for the morning show. We appreciate everybody chiming in. Let my man Beer Jedi come in and give his thoughts, and then we're going to get ready to get up out of here, man. And salute to everybody out there for checking us out. And BX, man, what up?
Yeah, I want to appreciate everyone that came on the chat with us here. Everyone from Tim Smith all the way down Dangerous to Dan to Dave Jackson to Sibby Thomas, 19 Con Man, Brooklyn Valley, everyone that's been on there. If I missed your name, I apologize. I know you guys were with us. I appreciate you guys listening to to everyone out there that was listening in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I appreciate you guys each and every day. You guys have a good night. I think we have some important news that are coming up that we're gonna have a little video probably tomorrow or later on after the telecast. Some news that we got coming up for some projects and coming up on the horizon. And I appreciate you guys. Absolutely, we'll be in the morning show. We'll be ready to go early in the morning. I think we're starting at 8:30, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow morning. And just hit the notification, hit the notification, and you'll know when we got content coming up, so you guys can be with us each and every way, because this show is from the fans to the fans for the fans, and you're part of this show. You're important with us, and we appreciate you guys. So you guys have a good night, and I'm gonna hand it over to Devon.
Yeah. Salute, man. Salute to everybody out there. Thanks for chiming in. We appreciate y'all to chat. Y'all know what's up. You know what I mean? We see y'all, man. We appreciate everybody coming in, checking out the show, man, supporting the show as we continue to grind, grow, try to get better, to give y'all some better thoughts and ideas to look forward to, some new content, some, everything, man. We just trying to build a platform. Rome wasn't built in one day, but we grinding, though. We like the New York Knicks, man. We grinding. Me and Bear just doing this, man, because we love the Knicks. We love talking Knicks just like everybody else do, man. So we just trying to bring y'all another way to get some content and to talk Knicks, man. And that's real talk. And y'all be looking out coming up soon, man. Knicks, New York baseball, real talk. Mets and Yankees, me and Bear got the real talk baseball coming out pretty soon. We'll be talking Mets and Yankees, pretty soon, man. So look out for that and the notifications and everything like that. And we'll let you know we're gonna post. Start posting the intros and everything like that, man. But big up to everybody in the chat, man. Like I said, I can't say that enough about all the brothers that's in there, man. And sisters who come in here, just following the show. We appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. We're gonna get up out of here, man. It's your man Divine, Bear Jedi 76. We in the building, man. So y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all in the morning. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, 8:30 tomorrow, guys. So y'all chime on in the morning on your way, getting on that grind. And let's here's talk to Knicks, man. Salute. We appreciate y'all, man. Knicks Real Talk, man. It's the night show. What's the night flow? What's the night glow? Knicks Real Talk, man. Prime time facts. Cause this is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Knicks Real Talk, man. Prime time. It's the night show. What's the night flow? What's the night glow? Knicks Real Talk, man. Prime time facts. This is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Knicks Real Talk. 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 Now, it's the night show. What's the night flow? What's the night glow? Knicks Real Talk. Now, prime facts. But this is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Knicks Real Talk. Now, prime it's the night show. What's the night flow? What's the night glow? Knicks Real Talk. Now, prime facts. But this is where it's at. Salute to the chat. Knicks Real Talk. Knicks Real Talk. Knicks Real Talk. Knicks Real Talk.